It's Canada Day. I'm the Godfather of Swole, Mr. Atlantis Daddy, and I'm gonna be the next IPW Grand Champion, Daddy. All right. Garbage.
Here we go with Jeff Black and Mr. Atlantis about to do a lockup. Lockup. Oh, the power of Mr. Atlantis.
He's showing Jeff Black what he's got. Like, look at the size of him. I didn't see any hair on that, but I mean, he's gonna complain all day long, I would think.
He's a liar. I can see him. He pulled my hair. You saw it. You saw it. You little chicken lip kid.
Looks
you
like
saw it.
Jeff Black is picking friends in the audience.
He makes friends everywhere he goes, you know.
He's a friendly guy, Jeff. Circling.
He looks a little frustrated. I don't know. Like, I think you better get a different game plan here. And, yeah.
Well, just like you predicted, Mike, it didn't work out for him again.
I mean, Jeff's a big guy. I mean, strong, but I mean, you look at Mr. Atlantis. Look at the size of him. I just can't see him winning that battle.
What you see, make a call. I did not.
Looks like Jeff is arguing that Mr. Atlantis pulled his hair.
And the referee, Stephen Hitchcock, didn't see anything there either. So, and he's right in there.
Oh, big scoop up and down goes Jeff.
Yeah, he's showing his strength again. I mean, Jeff Black better choose a new course here. He's going to wind up like the Titanic. He's not going to wind up working out well in this situation.
That no good SOB.
Jeff.
He pulled my trunk.
Oh.
Trunks now. Trunks now. Okay.
Jeff is complaining that Mr. Atlantis just pulled his trunks.
You cheating piece of trash. Oh, come on.
Let's see what he's what is he gonna do now? I mean, he has to take some other course of action. Well, there we go.
A knee to the bread box, and Mr. Atlantis gets smashed in the back of the head.
Yeah, and he's pounded on him now, and this is actually what he should be doing, because you want to take his strength away. You don't want him throwing you around. You better go to the back. You better start working on him to wear him down.
Clap all you want.
Jeff Black is repeatedly knocking Mr. Atlantis' head off the turnbuckle.
This one.
Now he's setting him up for an Irish whip.
He better start paying more attention to what's going on in the ring instead of the crowd. Well,
clothesline.
Right?
Mr. Atlantis is flat. Oh, and another one. Down goes Jeff Black. He's pumping the crowd up.
Time out.
There's no timeouts in wrestling, Jeff.
Time out.
Jeff is calling for a timeout.
There we go. It's you have to expect this from Jeff Black. I mean, if he can find a way around something, he'll do it. I mean, started with that knee in the gut, choking him now.
He's choking Mr. Atlantis out on the top rope and then breaking it right at 4.
There's never been a shortcut that Jeff Black didn't like. So, and this is what, and once again, he's back to the crowd. But look what happened when he was focused on the crowd instead of Mr. Atlantis last time. He better just focus on Mr. Atlantis. Jeff's taking control again, and he's actually once again he's using a proper smart game plan here, sticking to beating down on him, wearing him out, because the power wasn't working for Jeff Black.
Mr. Atlantis is on his knees in the middle of the ring after getting clubbed in the back of the head.
And as I said a number of times, Jeff Black's got to keep focusing on Mr. Atlantis and stop worrying about the crowd, because look what happens when he does.
There we go, pin 2.
2 count, yeah.
2, Mr. Atlantis rolls him up. Oh, back to the corner Atlantis goes.
He's clubbing him in there. He's keeping him where he can't use his power. He's not locking up with him. He's striking, and that's typically what you should be doing if you're against a guy this size and with the strength of Mr. Atlantis. So I mean, it's actually a smart game plan.
I'll strip you naked
except this part here. He has to stay on Mr. Atlantis, because if you give him an inch, that can turn the tide, just like we saw.
Headbutt.
Well, it's not gonna hurt Jeff Black. I mean, you know, I mean, look at him. No, it didn't faze him at all. You know, he's as strong as an ox and smart as one, right? So like.
Oh, Jeff Black gives Mr. Atlantis an Irish whip, and over Atlantis goes, trying to fold him up or roll him up into a
sunset flip. Oh, and he missed.
Flip.
There we go.
2 count.
Oh, and comes with the back elbow. He's sticking on him. Mr. Atlantis is having his peaks there, but then Jeff goes right back to striking it and taking Mr. Atlantis down and working on him. But again, he goes back to arguing where he should be staying on him, and it's coming back again to affect him because Mr. Atlantis was starting to fight back. He's got to stay on him if he wants to and quit and ignore the crowd and the referee and stay on Mr. Atlantis.
Oh, Jeff Black's got the crowd booing.
Yeah, they like him.
Hey, they are booing him.
He's made a number of friends here this afternoon, that's for sure.
I hear nothing right now.
Taunting the crowd.
We have a good crowd here today. Like for the first show of the afternoon, we've got quite a few people.
Mr. Atlantis working on Jeff Black. Clothesline, down goes Jeff.
Oh, into the boot.
Boot. Jeff Black just gives a boot to Mr. Atlantis' face.
Off the ropes.
Sunset flip.
Yeah.
Number 2, could it be?
He's gone to this well a couple of times. I don't know if it's going to work out for him,
he
but
grabs the rope.
got the ropes. There we go. Oh, the ref's having none of it.
Kicks his hand and 2 count.
And almost a 3 count there. Ooh. That was close. We almost ended it.
Ooh, a reversal.
Goes into the corner here, and Jeff Black. Oh, big elbow out of Mike Atlantis. Mr. Atlantis he's keeping him at bay, which he should be doing.
Goes on the second rope. Oh, big shoulder off the second.
Surprisingly, the agility from the big guy, right? Usually it's like you're strong or you're agile. He's got both going on here.
He can fly and he's a brick. Big scoop and slam. Power slam.
3, and that's it.
That's it. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Atlantis wins this round.
And so he advances to the quarterfinals. So we've got Mr. Atlantis advancing to the quarterfinals of the Canada Cup tournament, beating Jeff Black.
Promotional consideration brought to you by the following.
Something Blue Wedding DJs, your partner for creating unforgettable wedding moments. From enchanting melodies to lively beats, they set the perfect tone for your special day. SomethingBlueWeddingDJs.com.
Here we have the Ascending Angel, Azrael, versus the Asian Nightmare, Kwan, Chang. We've got somebody that's been in and around the Ontario Indies and North American Indies for 20 years versus somebody who's been a little bit newer to this area, at least, in Azrael, the Ascending Angel. We'll just go by Azrael at this point, but the size of these guys both have to be running at about 230 apiece.
I agree with you, Mike. I totally agree. Azrael is a big, stern man. I stood beside him. Power.
Both big, strong guys. To quote JR, this is going to be, I think, a bit of a slobber knocker. They're going to, beat the hell out of each other.
This is going to be, look, off the bat. Test of strength.
There we go.
He's calling for it.
Well, and the thing with this, the guy who proceeds to the next round after this match, what is he going to have for the next round later today? This isn't going next week, the week after. This is later today.
What's he got? An hour?
Yeah.
Hour, 2 hours?
Till the next round of the tournament. And I don't know if Kwan is too eager to lock up with. I mean, he gestured for it, but I don't know if he really. This is a mind game, because I don't know if he really wants it. Because I mean, you look at Azrael, he's what, 6'3", 6'4", about 240.
240, yes.
So he is a big guy.
Up there getting the crowd. The crowd is on his side.
Yeah, I think this has to be a mind game with him, because I mean they lock up with a test of strength, and here we go.
There we go, big test of strength.
And as we predicted, Azrael seems to have that
Azrael
advantage.
Is dominating Kwan. Kwan is no baby boy. He's a tough individual, and
there we go. And that's what you've got to watch out for. The martial arts and this and adapted to this catch-as-catch-can style that pro wrestling is. Kwan has adapted to that over the last 20 years of being involved in pro wrestling. But here's the mistake. He's going back to strength and size. I mean, Kwan is not a small guy, but I mean, if you look at Azrael, like I said, 240, 6'3", 6'4"?
Oh,
so
that's solid hit. That was a solid hit.
And this is something Kwan Chang is not used to, is getting overpowered, outmuscled against a bigger guy like this. So this is something new for him to adapt to, but he will, because he's got the experience. And there we go with a big shoulder block, and then here we go, and he scoops Kwan up like nothing and slams him down.
Slams him down, and out of the ring Kwan goes.
Which is a smart move. He needs to slow down Azrael's momentum and be able to slow him down to get his game plan together. And he's got to stop worrying about the crowd. Here we go. He's worrying about the crowd, and Azrael's got him again.
From behind, Azrael went to grab Kwan. Kwan quickly reverses it.
Goes to the eyes and, drapes him over the ropes, and it looks like Kwan's turned this around a little bit, but that comes from with the experience. He's been doing this a long time. He's got probably an answer for anything, and he's chopping him in the corner, and you could hear it from here. It's like, and again.
I could feel that right there, Mike. I could feel that.
And I don't think it phased him.
It doesn't even phase Azrael.
No,
Those chops.
Azrael is really showing me something here, because that had no effect, and he's turned it around again.
Huge blows to the corner, and Kwan goes down.
And here we go. I think Azrael's making a mistake. He should still be on him right here, with Kwan being in the corner. And, Ronnie J's asking him to stay back.
Just like you said, Mike.
And
too slow gave Kwan time to figure out.
You can't give him that space or that time, because he'll always come up with something, being that, you take a look. Yes, you take a look. He's been, with that experience, that's the thing. And we're not really sure how much experience Azrael has. He's newer to the area. The experience is showing here.
1, 2.
Ronnie J with a 2 count.
Have a 2 count.
And Kwan's yelling at Ronnie J, telling him to speed that up. But I mean, it was the same cadence. It didn't seem off to me.
Choking him on the top rope. Kwan just broke it just in time. You didn't see how close he got to being disqualified.
Well, there hasn't been a rule that Kwan hasn't broken, so he's going to keep doing that and stick to what he knows. And those strikes, that's going to be the deciding factor in a lot of this. Him throwing those strikes, kicks, punches, you name it, like you've seen, like with that punch in the face earlier, that turned the tide. And with those heavy kicks.
Ooh, an elbow to this midsection.
Azrael's working his way out of that, and pulling on the mask. Come on, Ronnie J's got to get on him there. And Kwan is just stalking him. And here we go with those big kicks again.
Kwan's kicks just got to be devastating.
Like thick, and those heavy legs, and he's just laying them in there.
You can feel the wind. Choking him on the top rope once again.
Yeah. And taking the wind out of him. He's wearing him down with those kicks. You notice he's focusing on the chest and then choking him. And here goes Azrael fighting back. There's not a lot on those shots, and he goes right to the eyes. Kwan goes right to the eyes to slow him down.
That's a seasoned warrior right there. That's a veteran.
Yeah.
Right? Kwan's not new to this game, like you said. He's been around.
Yeah, here we go.
Stiff kick to the chest.
And you can hear them. You can hear them, and he's just, and then, back at that. This could be it right here if Kwan goes for the pin.
No, he's distracted.
which is surprising because he's usually laser focused and he's going to the crowd. He should be on him because that could have been the ending.
Oh, what's Kwan doing? Just taunting him like Azrael is out.
I think this is a mistake. This is where he should have been. Kwan should be going for a pin right now, which he is not. Like, he's not the referee lifting his arm. You know, and this is where the problem could be.
There's 1, 2. Oh, just
and there he wasted time.
And he looks surprised.
Right?
He looks surprised.
And that's it. You can't play around with a guy like this. Like, you know, and you're in this tournament. You want to proceed to the next round. I would think, like, you watch the UFCs when they used to have the early tournaments. They wanted to end those matches as quickly as possible with the least amount of damage as possible. And you would think that Kwan would have wanted to go for that pin immediately, showing a little bit of overconfidence
Azrael
here.
just scooped Kwan up, and now he's
walking around like he's nothing.
Unbelievable! Like, oh, the monster!
The Russian Viktor Volkoff. He's out here. He has injected himself in this match for some reason, and I'm not sure why all of a sudden that he's taken exception to this.
Oh,
and
that we figured out.
There we go. Kwan with the kendo stick. Are these guys? Are they friends? Because we haven't seen them wrestle. 1,
2, and 3.
And there's the match right there.
Unbelievable. Kwan is moving on.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, the Asian Nightmare, Kwan Chang.
And so Kwan Chang moves on to the next round with the help of Viktor Volkoff.
Viktor the Russian come all the way from Moscow to kick the Canada Cup and crush Canadian like I crush your Ukraine.
We have the big Russian Viktor Volkoff versus CJ Felony in the next quarterfinal match for the Canada Cup.
Canadian joke.
There we go, Ronnie J reading him the riot act, and Viktor Volkoff is just huge.
That is a big man right there.
Big, strong, and he's warming up.
Oh yeah, if you got a big man like that, your muscles, you don't want him to get tight. You got to keep moving.
I get that, but didn't he?
Well, he knows what he's doing. He's a big man. He knows what he's doing.
He's a smart. He's a smart guy. So he's probably.
Oh, smart guy.
He's probably. This is just to slow things down, and he backs him into the court. I don't know why you would ever want to lock up with Viktor Volkoff.
Well, exactly, and that's proven right there. Oh.
This is what CJ Felony has to do. He needs to stay away, strike, move. This is a typical big man, small. Like, not that CJ Felony's small, but look at Viktor Volkoff. That guy would chip a brick wall.
No, nothing. CJ Felony has nothing to Viktor Volkoff. Viktor Volkoff can do whatever he wants to that man.
It looks like, I mean, he's using the speed to stay out of the way, but whenever they lock up, he's doing what he wants. He's manhandling him. I don't know. Here we go, locking up again, and I don't understand why CJ Felony keeps wanting to lock up. I mean, CJ Felony is not a small man, but if you look at Viktor Volkoff, I mean, look at him. He's the size of a house.
Absolutely. Well, you know, CJ, he's a prison guard, I'm assuming?
Nah, he's out on good behavior, shall we say. And
what? He's out on good behavior?
That's the rumor. That's what we've heard, you know. So, and looks like Viktor Volkoff just wants to get in there now because he is in total control, and he's not worried about CJ Felony's strength or size. I mean, when you can bench press a small vehicle, like, I don't think you would worry, right?
Oh, he ain't gonna move Viktor with an out or a shoulder like that.
He is a former Olympian power lifter, so this is not going to do anything to the big Russian. I've actually seen videos of him with a car strapped to his back when the gyms weren't open. One,
cross body,
2, and he just powers. See, there we go. As I was saying, I've seen him with a small car strapped to his back and running it up a hill. He is huge. And another crossbody, 1, 2, and another, just powering out.
When CJ going to realize that you could give him multiple crossbodies and look, until he figures it out.
That's right. You go to that well one too many times and there's nothing going to be left, and that's what's happening where Viktor has backed him into the corner where he can keep him from using any speed he has. And, a big leg drop.
Big leg drop. It's over.
A
it's
rocker
over.
dropper.
It's over. There it is. There's the nuke.
That
right?
looks like it's at 1,
2,
2.
3, count it over. Hey.
He got out.
No, that was 3.
That was very close.
He's frustrated.
Now he's choking at 1, 2, and 2.
He's choking him out because he's frustrated because he knew, Viktor Volkoff knew that was a 3 count.
And he knows every trick in the book. Look at it, he's talking to the ref with his foot over his throat. And now he goes back and he's doing the smart thing, using his strength, keeping CJ Felony on the mat and wearing him down because that's what he needs to do.
He's crazy. You don't want to mess with that.
No, he is one angry man. And a drop kick from the big Russian.
Beautifully, actually. He's not only big, he's not only
this
smart.
This might be it. 1, 2. Oh, and
2
CJ
count.
kicks
He's
out.
also very fast, and he can move for a big guy.
I've seen him video him doing standing leaps, and he's leaping up onto things about 2.5, 3 feet high. And I mean, so he's got the agility and the size, obviously, and strength. And it's like, so you can't just think of him as some big guy. He is the complete athlete. And CJ goes to it with a punch.
To be an Olympic athlete, you have to be.
And head first into the corner post, and that's this. But this is CJ Felony's forte. He's not going to hammer lock, headlock. He's not going to out wrestle you in that. He's going to punch, kick, and beat the hell out of you. And this is in his wheelhouse where this is where Viktor does not want to be.
Thumb to the eye. Viktor easily takes control over this match once again.
Right on the jaw.
Oh, you could hear that snap.
Check his teeth. Hopefully he has a mouth guard in, and he does not. And it looks like his teeth is chipped. Did you see that? That's what it looks like, and CJ's going back into the ring the hard way, and here comes Viktor right on
easily
him.
throwing CJ back into the ring.
Well, he's been throwing him around like nothing because I believe his bench press is running around 600 pounds. So
he's choking him out.
I think this is what you call working smarter, not harder.
The ref just called for the bell to be rung. I think the ref just disqualified.
It's one thing to work smarter, not harder, but you can't be doing that and then Viktor has had enough of this referee, and he's choking the ref. We can't have any of this. We can't have this. This is unacceptable. Here comes security.
Viktor's upset. Okay, he's upset because that ref did not do a 3 count properly.
I get that, but then you can't, it's the same cadence. You can't just choke a ref like that. And
look what happens. Okay,
you can't.
Look what happens. Okay, when people get frustrated, he obviously got frustrated, and I don't think they should have. Maybe just take some time or something.
But you know what? That's his downfall. He's got to control his temper, and he's been knowing that. Even when he was training for the Olympics, he had to control his temper.
Absolutely.
And this ref's not doing too well. Look at the ref. Compared to CJ Felony. So the winner of your match by DQ.
The result of a disqualification after conferring with the commissioner, Mike Chang. Viktor Volkoff has been disqualified from the tournament.
There you have it.
So advancing to the next round, to the semifinals, is CJ Felony with his disqualification win over that monster Viktor Volkoff. If your organization is looking for exciting entertainment for your event, fair, fundraiser, special event, or city function, contact Independent Pro Wrestling by email at independentprowrestling@hotmail.com or call 519-732-1887. Declare your independence. Call Independent Pro Wrestling today.
This is the third time Thomas Shalom is in this cup. The first year, we all know what happened in the first year. I went to the finals, and then Turva cheated his way into winning it. But the next year, I was smart enough. I knew exactly what I'm going into, and I've won that cup. And this year, Tomo Shalom is going to show everybody why the Canadian Cup is coming to me.
And we have the quarterfinals of the Canada Cup tournament with Mr. Atlantis versus Tomer Shalom, accompanied to the ring by his advisor, which came to effective last match, Igor Sanovovich, and he goes to a test the strength with Mr. Atlantis, and Mr. Atlantis is just dominating in the sense.
You can't test your strength with Mr. Atlantis. The guy is physically stronger than Tomer Shalom. Look.
Well, that's it, and that's where that's his wheelhouse, his strength. But surprisingly, as we saw in the last match, he has some agility too. What I would like to see is Viktor Volkoff versus Mr. Atlantis. Would you imagine those two big guys in there test the strength? That would be something I want to see. And of course, Igor's right there, you know, getting involved and with his client, and I did the quotation marks because he's. I mean, if there's any rule that can be bent or broken, Igor's going to do it. You've got to watch him like a stray cat.
Igor's a good man. He takes care of his clients, and
well, it's one thing to take care, but we've seen the involvement he's had as well. I mean, he gets a little more than taking care. I mean, you know, it's like he was a direct cause of the ending of the match when Tomer Shalom advanced to the quarterfinals last time. But you have to expect that if he's going to be out there. So anybody in this, you can't complain because you know what you're getting into. And they're slowing it down, and I mean.
I think
a handshake?
Tomer just wants to be friends. He's showing them that.
Oh, he saw it coming. Mr. Atlantis isn't new to this, and he saw that kick coming, and he's taking it over. Tomer's got to slow his momentum down because if this is what Atlantis is going to do, Tomer's going to be in a lot of trouble. So he's picking him back up with a big body slam.
Scoop slam. Down goes Tomer. Going for a pin. 1, 2.
And smart going for the pin. Make him exert himself to kick out and keep on him like that and just keep that up. And in the corner, there you go. Tomer just baited him in. He went right to that corner. Tomer is a veteran and he knows what to do in there. And you know, and like we said before, he's staying on him and he's just clubbing on him to wear him down. And he's going to have to do that with the size and strength of Mr. Atlantis.
Talk about wearing them down, choking them out on the second rope.
Choking him on the ropes, and it's like the ref is having a talk with him. Oh, he doesn't seem to like something that was said by a fan.
Oh, there's Igor being what he's paid to do. That he's doing what he's paid to do.
And here we go.
And that's to make Tomer win.
And the ref didn't see a thing. And you know what? It ain't cheating, as Bobby Heenan would say. You don't get caught, it ain't cheating. So, and Tomer's right back and is taking control of this match. Thank you, Igor Sanovovich. And he's ingratiating himself to the Brantford fans here again. Oh, big elbow.
To the back of the head.
And a smart move. He's going to work the neck and back and shoulders like that. That's going to take a lot of his power away. And I mean, he's doing it by going back to the neck and holding him there. It's like, and the ref is on him. I don't know what he was. Oh, and he goes right back to the back. It's a smart game plan.
He's working the back. He's got to take the big man down.
And there we go. Throws him out, and well,
out of the ring he goes.
Well, we got to watch for Igor out here again because you know Igor will get involved. So, and Tomer follows him out, and I don't know if this is where I'd want to be if I'm Mr. Atlantis with Igor out there. But, you know, he's got to do something to turn things around here. And Tomer's just taking advantage. Oh,
you're going to feel that. He just chopped a ring pole.
Oh, that's got to, I wonder if, he may have broken his hand. You know, Igor's in there checking on Tomer, and he's taking the glove. He's checked on it.
Hey, he's got to give him time. Mr. Atlantis has got to give Igor time to check over his client.
They've got 10 seconds, Dan. 10 seconds.
There's got to be a timeout or something. He could have broke his hand there.
He's set him up. Looks like he's a suplex. He's going right back to the back again and shoulders. He's taking his strength away.
Oh, Tomer's not a dumb man. He knows how to take away the strength of the giant.
No, it's not. Oh, not. Looks like it's not happening. And he reverses it.
Reverses it.
And smartly goes for the pin and a 2 count.
You ain't gonna pin Tomer off a suplex. It's not gonna happen.
And a big clothesline in the corner. And he's going to throw him across the ring. And a reversal by Tomer into the corner. Mr. Atlantis goes. And here we go. A big elbow by Mr. Atlantis. And that stuns Tomer. And he's coming again. And a big kick.
Boot.
Now he's going to the second rope. Here's this agility we've spoken about. And here we go. Big shoulder block again. Here we go. He's got to get the pin here. This is the opportunity. He's got to get that pin. See, this could be a mistake.
Getting fired up. He's trying to get fired up. Instead of ending it, he's being all...
That could have been a mistake right there because he should have went for the pin. After those big strikes and that shoulder block, should have pinned him. So here in the corner, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, the rest got to get on him. He's got the closed fist in the corner. Igor's right.
The ref should have broke that up a long time ago. Should have never even allowed him to get up there.
And here we go. Looks like up on the shoulders for airplane spinner, Samoan drop, and Igor is up there. The ref goes, the big eye gouge.
That was an eye gouge. He just simply...
He's rolling him up. 1. Oh, his feet on the ropes. 3 count. 3 count by Tomer Shalom with his feet on the ropes.
He didn't have his feet on the rope. I think he was trying to position himself for a better pin. That was an accident.
Advancing in the tournament, Tomer Shalom.
So advancing to the finals is Tomer Shalom.
Promotional consideration brought to you by the following.
Something Blue Wedding DJs, your partner for creating unforgettable wedding moments. From enchanting melodies to lively beats, they set the perfect tone for your special day. SomethingBlueWeddingDJs.com.
Here we have the Battle of the Big Men. They lost in that last round, so we have them wrestling each other. We have Azrael, the Ascending Angel, versus Roughhouse Jeff Black. And as you can see, that's what he does. Don't expect, some Lou Thez type things here. He's going to punch you in the mouth and kick you in the head.
Well, absolutely. Oh, Jeff Black trying to test strength with Azrael, like we talked about before. It's not going to happen. You're not going to beat his strength with Azrael.
But never count Jeff out because there's always a method to his madness. You might think, he's not got anything going on. He's always doing something. He may look like he's as big as an ox and as smart as one, but he's smarter than people think, and they got to give him credit because once again he's slowed things down and he's talking to the ref and he's talking about, I don't know how he's getting the pull the hair thing because he had his hand. But
did you see it? Azrael could have simply pulled his hair.
But
you can't
if he did or didn't, see how he's changed the momentum. And Jeff Black, like I said, is so smart. Look at what he's doing here. It's keeping it slow to keep it in his wheels, what he wants to do. And so, you can't count Jeff Black out just because Azrael is 6 foot, 2'3" and 240. I don't know. This is the smartest move, though.
Azrael easily pushing Jeff Black into the corner. Oh, Black actually reverses it.
He turns it around. Ref's giving him the count here. Don't expect a clean break from Jeff Black.
A nice clean break.
So, yeah,
See?
I don't know about that. Oh, and there we go. Oh, Azrael's having none of it. He chops Jeff Black, who
One
heads
chop,
to
and he went down.
Yeah, and corner to corner here. Jeff goes up on the turnbuckle, over the top rope and out to the ground.
Outside of the ring.
And Azrael is kind of taunting Jeff Black a little bit, and the crowd telling Jeff Black what he thinks of him, and he is complaining about his bottom.
His bottom, I believe. I think he's actually showing it to the audience.
Oh, I don't want to see that.
Oh, my bottle!
No, I don't want to see that, no. No. Oh, and he comes back in. Azrael's right on him. Oh, and Jeff's hung up on the ropes. Oh, and he dropped him. He followed the ref's count. So, I mean, he did follow the rules.
He did, yeah.
And Jeff's holding his face. I mean, not that it could have done any worse than what we've got there to begin with, and Jeff throws him off the rope. Oh, and he goes to the tights and right back to a headlock. I'm just surprised to see a headlock out of Jeff Black. I'm surprised he hasn't punched him in the face about 12 times. So,
Oh, he's getting there. Give him time.
but like I said, there isn't a rule that Jeff Black hasn't seen that he hasn't liked to break. So, and there he is again, holding the mask. And like I said, he's got every trick up his sleeve. So, oh, and neither man goes down with that shoulder block. Jeff's a little surprised because he had the momentum coming off the ropes.
They're two huge guys.
Yeah. And again, and Jeff's, what do you think Jeff runs at? About 260? He's got him running
No
about 250.
comment. No comment.
Like, he's a big guy. Oh, big flying shoulder block from
Not big
Azrael, which
enough.
brings down. And it looks like it started to rain here a little bit, which is causing some traction issues, I think. So, and
Two,
into the corner.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, he's still going.
15, 16.
The crowd's counting.
18.
19, 20, 21, 22.
The ref's got to get on him here.
This is unheard of.
And 30.
Are they up? What are they at? Are they at 30, 35?
Was that 39?
I don't know.
Jeff's doing the Tennessee two-step here.
Yeah.
Like he's, I mean, he's still. I got to give him credit for still standing. I mean, he's, well, still kind
That's
of
unbelievable.
up. Like he's
He's
still
wobbly on his feet.
he's still giving the Tennessee two-step, and he's the and there he goes.
He's down with an uppercut.
Two. Oh, and Jeff gets his shoulder up just before the 3 count.
I can't believe he actually had that in him.
Yeah, well, I mean, I lost count of how many times he went headfirst into the corner. So, I mean, I like it's that kind of shocks me a little bit. So, and smart, Azrael is still on him,
Still on him. Keep
and
working him.
he's staying
Yeah,
on him. He's
keep
not
working him.
not wasting
Looks
any
like
time.
He's calling for a DDT.
Oh, that could have been into the no-no place, that knee. The ref's got to be talking to Jeff Black there. Yeah, that looks like it was the no-no place. So.
Well, I don't think it was Jeff Black's fault. I think Azrael actually slipped and landed on Black's knee.
Okay, Dan, you go with that. And Jeff has seems to have taken the match to an even keel here. And he's setting up Azrael for something. And
He's still stunned. You can tell him he's still stunned.
he's still recovering from those like
Oh,
30
a
plus.
Stiff shot.
A right hand to the mouth will even things up as well. So
I'm surprised you can even see.
yeah, is Azrael spitting chiclets there? I don't think so.
Oh, a
But
chop.
he could have been. Oh, and he's chopping him in the corner. And as we saw last time, Kwan Chang's chops didn't seem to have much of an effect on Azrael.
Well, it's been worn down, like you said. You get wore down. Azrael doesn't have, what he did have against Kwan.
Well, and that was a tough match with Kwan. I mean, that's
yeah,
those two
absolutely.
big guys like that. So and there we go. It shows Jeff Black going right back to what's working. He goes to a knee to the midsection to slow down Azrael again. And
Looks like Black's checking his nose. Maybe he thinks he's bleeding.
This is for everybody!
He's calling for something.
DDT, is it? Oh, neck breaker.
Neck breaker.
A rude awakening. Here we go.
Oh, perfectly executed.
This
as
could
well.
be it right here.
Oh,
One,
it's done.
two.
And
Oh, Azrael
Oh.
kicks out.
Jeff looks kind of frustrated that Azrael kicked out of that.
Yeah, it looks like he's like, what do I do next? Because I've hit him with all kinds of things. Oh, and then he's back to, see, was his downfall in the first match. He's got to stop jawing with the fans and stay on Azrael.
He's got the bunch of cheerleaders that came out to the show.
Yeah, if that's
And
what you
he's
want to call them, yeah.
Taunting them.
Yeah. I think they called him some
Oh,
kind of
he's
a
working on his
redneck,
back.
Tennessee redneck or something along that on his way to the ring. So, but here is, as
Yeah,
I said,
no
to Jeff Black
respect.
being
No respect.
Jeff Black being smart, going to the back, right? Because if he injures his back, he can't use that power to the effect that he's been using it earlier on in this match. And Jeff Black, like I said, smart guy. He's been around a while, and you know, he knows what he has to do in there. Other than getting distracted by the fans, this is smart. Stay on him, work on his back so he cannot use his power to his advantage. And oh, talk about the no-no place earlier. He got double digits in the no-no place, and Jeff is going to be speaking a few octaves higher for the rest of the day, I believe.
And the ref didn't call it. He's seen Azrael knee Jeff Black, and the ref let it go.
It wasn't intentional. That looked like it was.
But yet
in the
you
course of
question the
action.
other one where he slipped, where Jeff slipped.
You can say he slipped, Dan, but come on. It looks
I'm
like,
just
you know,
saying he's getting a bad rap, and he's
as I said before, with Jeff Black, there isn't a rule that he hasn't
stiff
liked to
punch.
break. And closed fist back
they're
and forth.
exchanging blows.
And Azrael's gotten the better of this one, it seems. And corner to corner with Jeff Black. He hits the corner hard. And here comes Azrael. The big elbow.
Excellent back elbow.
I don't know. Jeff Black seems to be going to be going up
He's
top.
going up top.
I don't know if this. I've seen much of this from Jeff. Here we go. Yeah. Here we go. It looks like it's going to be a big slam. And the ring just vibrated.
Black.
And
He
another
rolls out of the ring.
smart move by Jeff Black, getting out of there because
You
Azrael's
want to get out of there. Like Azrael's big and mean.
slow the momentum, catch your breath, whatever you need to, you know that, and that's the smart thing to. Take a seat, Jeff Black. Well, and again, and a punch to the mouth. Fans are getting a close up here. And they're fighting their way away from it. And goes to the eyes. Jeff Black's making his way back to the ring.
The bell, I think.
Looks like did they get counted out? Is that the end of the match?
Referee John Ronnie J
Let's
has
wait for the
declared
announcement.
this match. Double count out, no winner.
Well, there we go. Looks like it's a double count out. They were both not victorious in the first one, and this one here is an even key. This is the second match of the semifinals for the Canada Cup tournament. We have the Asian Nightmare Kwan Chang facing CJ Felony. And CJ Felony doesn't like being searched apparently and is going to search the ref.
When you get searched as much as CJ, it probably gets annoyed once in a while.
I mean, I guess, and I mean, he better behave. I mean, the rumor is he is on parole.
Yeah.
And Kwan Chang just doesn't have any of it, and he's broken everything up and has come in to attack the Asian CJ Felony. The Asian Nightmare is at his best right now. He's striking and in control of the match.
Kwan is deadly with those strikes. They're pinpoint accurate, and they hit.
Well, he chopped him, and he had that vest on. It had no effect, though. So why did the ref not make him take that off?
That should be off, yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, and CJ Felony's sticking to what he knows. He's kicking, punching, striking, and I'm surprised we've seen a headlock out of him right here because, and into the other corner.
He's just taking Kwan for a ride.
Yeah, and he's bouncing Kwan all over the place here. So we've got, and it's smart. He's staying on him and not.
He's going up. I think he's going to do a 10 count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Come on, get him up the rope.
10. There you go.
And you hear the ref admonishing him to keep the fists open to get off the ropes, and Kwan is on wobbly legs here, and now he goes.
Down he goes. CJ called that perfectly.
1, 2, there we go, and Kwan is kicking out. You got to do a little more than that to beat Kwan Chang, even though he has had another match hard match previously. And There we go. See, you gave Kwan a space, and he was able to strike with that big kick that took him down. And as you can see, we've got
Russian
Viktor
is back
Volkoff
on
out there.
Ringside.
They've formed some kind of bond. It looks like Kwan Chang and Viktor Volkoff. So,
Kwan kicked CJ so hard that he actually hurt his own shin.
and he's got the kick pads on, so that tells you how hard he kicked him in the head.
I think Kwan is trying to remove the vest of CJ.
There you go.
That protective vest.
It's a smart move.
Oh, it shouldn't have been allowed.
Viktor Volkoff saying the same thing.
Same thing. It shouldn't have been allowed. I think he only made it as far as he did because of that vest.
Well, I don't know about that, but I mean, that's certainly a factor so far
He
in
felt
this
that.
match.
I tell you, he felt that.
Yeah, vest or not.
Kwan continuing to
there he
try to
goes.
take that vest off.
And now he's gonna chop him down like a big cedar. And down goes
he
CJ
goes.
Felony, and he's right on him. That's one thing about Kwan. He doesn't mess around. And when he's got somebody out there like that, and he's got him down, he's on him like a big cat on a fawn. And there goes the vest.
Oh, he's whipping him with his own vest.
Yeah, I mean, really, is that illegal though? Because I mean, it is something he brought into the ring. So what's right?
The ref can't give Kwan, disqualify Kwan for using it that way. Let's
Oh, we don't want to see any of that. None of that.
Oh, he's adding a lot of pressure to the back of CJ.
Looks like kind of a camel clutch, and he's putting a lot of pressure and making him carry his weight. So he's going to wear him down. I would think that's his plan. And he goes back to striking him again.
You suck!
That's pretty good English out of the Asian Nightmare.
He's taunting them good. Kwan's got total control of this match.
And CJ's fighting back with punches to the stomach and a big elbow from the Asian Nightmare again.
Didn't last long for CJ. And there we go.
1, 2. Oh, and he kicks out.
If CJ knew it was good, he would have just stayed. Just get it over with. Take the 3 count, walk out, walk away. Because look what's coming. The pain's coming.
Oh, and the Russian is getting involved, choking CJ. Oh, and a big right hand. This might be all she wrote for CJ Felony. And the Russian looks like he hurt his hand.
Oh, did you hear it?
I did.
He's had enough.
Kwan looking kind of crazy.
When doesn't he, though?
Snapmare.
He's always very intense, shall we say. Oh, and that big kick to the back and shoulders.
CJ felt that. He doesn't have his protective armor. 1, 2.
And I think he's wishing he did keep his shoulder down, as you said in that previous pin attempt by Kwan Chang. And here he comes. Kwan's lining him up for something else. There we go.
Oh.
To quote Jim Ross's educated feet, and he's just laying those in there like lumber.
Oh, here it comes. We've seen this before. We're going to see it again.
Oh.
And that's it.
And did you hear that? I think that's it. He should be going for a pin here. Not worried about the
doesn't matter. He
fans
can
or
pin him
anybody
now.
else.
He can pin him later. It doesn't matter. CJ's not going to get up from that. He's out.
He might be because he's not moving.
The pulse.
The Russian's telling the ref to check a pulse.
He's down.
Look,
Oh,
he can finish him anytime now.
that's not a good move. He
1, 2, and 3.
Oh. And CJ kicked out. See, he should have stayed on him and went for the pin. Showboat later, right? Which is you usually don't see a lot out of.
He's calling for help. CJ's calling for help. Asking the ref for help.
Was that him, really?
Yes.
Put him away.
Oh, he's got a little bit of life in him.
Comes back with some a big super kick to the jaw of Kwan Chang.
And up he goes. Come on, ref. Get a hold of this match. He's on the outside.
He's got the count going. Stephen Hitchcock's right there with the count.
Oh.
And a big splash. 1, 2, 3. That's it.
No way. No way.
CJ Felony turns that around.
The Russians in there.
Viktor Volkoff's laying the boots in. CJ Felony does advance to the finals of the Canada Cup, but how good a shape is he going to be in with the Russian and Kwan now beating on him?
Like I said, he should have just took the 3 count and left. He would have been better off.
After this physical match, he's also... Oh, here comes Azrael
and Mr.
Atlantis to save CJ from a pretty big beating he was getting. And
in the Canada Cup tournament to the final, CJ Felony.
well, now we've got our final with Tomer Shalom versus CJ Felony for the 2022 Canada Cup. Here's a non-tournament match with directly from the merch table, Mr. Rasslin Machine versus Roughhouse Jeff Black.
Yeah, get it right. Respect him. He's a man to be respected.
And here we go again, like Mr. Wrestling Machine, he hooks up with these and tries to do some power stuff. It usually doesn't work out. I mean, he did outsmart him with going to a wrist lock here. Top wrist lock on Jeff Black. Ref is right in there asking him if he wants to give up, which I don't think Jeff would at this point.
You ain't going to get Jeff to give up that easily.
Oh, there he is. He's still working that left arm and working that wrist and headbutting the hand, which is legal. Stephen Hitchcock, our referee, is right in there.
Oh, look at that.
Oh,
Jeff's got some talent himself.
He reverses to a top wrist lock over to a wrist lock. He's, Oh, and Mr. Wrestling Machine takes a headlock back here. And Jeff, I think, I don't know how much of effect. Like, look at the size difference here. And Jeff really has to start utilizing his size in this match because, I mean, with that size difference, you would think that he would want to utilize that size.
Well, I'll tell you right now, Jeff's just playing with Mr. Wrestling. He's just playing with him.
Well, here's an
He's playing his game right now.
Well, here's an outside top wrist lock, and I don't know what kind of effect it's having because, I mean, Jeff, like I said, is a big guy. And Jeff, and it goes behind to a hammer lock, back to the headlock.
This is doing no damage to Jeff Black at all. Nothing.
Oh, I think that's rubbing his ears a little bit. Did you see that?
Well, that was not going to do.
More irritating than injuring, right? Yeah. Well, cauliflower ears. Have you seen Jeff Black's ears?
Hey, no comment on Jeff Black.
And here he goes. He's working the headlock, which will have the bigger, stronger guy have quite the effect on Mr. Wrestling Machine, and they broke it. And Jeff is slowing the pace down a little bit and getting his bearings. Oh, there we go.
Oh,
was that kick a
just
little
like
low?
that? Just like that. No more dancing in the middle of the ring. Jeff is going to do what he does.
And a big shoulder block. And that's what Jeff Black has to do. He has to utilize his size to be able to do that. Oh, looks like Jeff, when he was running through, it looks like he did something to his knee there.
He looks like
Big drop kick by Mr. Wrestling Machine, and Jeff is favoring that. Is it his left knee, it looks like? Yes.
Looks like his left knee is damaged somehow. I think that leapfrog might have.
As he was running, it looks like his knee collapsed, and Mr. Wrestling Machine has gone to a claw hold. Haven't seen this in a very long time, been used effectively, but Mr. Wrestling Machine seems to be in control with that claw. And Jeff is suffering from it.
Well, it's his knee. It's not what wrestlers doing. It's his knee.
Oh, he stepped on his foot. Oh, it's legal, right?
It's legal, absolutely.
Oh, and he goes back to the claw on Jeff Black. Jeff should step on his other foot.
Mr. Rossers, it looks like he's got a little problem with his toe.
And he's working that claw. Like Jeff looks to be in a little bit of trouble here.
It's his knee. I'm telling you, it's his knee.
He's asking him, what do you say? What do you say?
He's got
he
ain't gonna give. There's no way.
His shoulders are almost down. No, there we go.
Oh, no way.
And look at that with a claw. Hold. Mr. Wrestling Machine defeats Roughhouse Jeff Black. And that was a surprise. If your organization is looking for exciting entertainment for your event, fair, fundraiser, special event, or city function, contact Independent Pro Wrestling by email at independentprowrestling@hotmail.com or call 519-732-1887. Declare your independence. Call Independent Pro Wrestling today.